Hello there and welcome to the Impact Zone podcast. We are back again to talk more TNA wrestling shenanigans, and today, breaking news, guys. This is crazy to me because I was thinking, dude, nothing is gonna happen at WWE Heatwave with the Knockouts title. So Ash by Elegance has won the Knockouts World title. This is crazy. Like I said, this is like I was fully being like, oh, maybe I'll see the clips or whatever else it is, and yeah, whatever. JC's gonna retain. Maybe it'll lead to something later on, or somebody's gonna challenge her, or something else is gonna happen, or yada yada yada. Maybe we'll even get some, more TNA debuts on NXT, WWE, whatever, PLE. No, Ash just wins it. I haven't seen it yet, or seen a whole lot of it, but I have seen that Ash has won the title, so that is pretty crazy. I do think in some ways it's somewhat bad, but in some ways it's somewhat good. I really like Ash. I really think she's great, and I've thought for a while that she deserves to kind of be on this pillar of being one of the main event style people that's in that Knockouts division. You really need a strong heel and a strong babyface sort of lineup of people, so that when you're trying to, bring somebody else along to elevate them up to that level, either on the babyface or the heel side, you've got 3 or 4 other people for them to go up against. Because otherwise, if you do not have that sort of 3 or 4 other people for them to go up against that are kind of established in that main event kind of picture of the division, you kind of find yourself sitting there with a whole bunch of, not jobbers, but with a whole bunch of people that are not really seen in that light or ready for that spotlight or ready for that position, so to speak. Now, some people can start getting up in there before they're really ready to be in that position. That's fine. You've got to develop people. You can't just say, oh yes, we've got these people and that's where we're going to stay for the next year or 2, 3 years or whatever it is. You've got to have those people, certainly, but you've got to be bringing other people up so that it's dynamic. You can't just have the one person there or whatever else it is. My question does become now, where are you gonna go? Because JC barely had a month or so or something worth of a title reign, and kind of JC was actually pretty good character wise, I think, but now I guess you're not really gonna do much with her. She's probably not good, and maybe that's why, I don't know, maybe they want her more in NXT and can't afford the time to put her in TNA or whatever, or maybe they want her on the main roster. I'm not sure. I don't know the specifics of that. Maybe we'll wait and see, but yeah, certainly crazy, or well, not so crazy, but sort of crazy stuff here happening. Now we've got to start thinking in another way, in another direction, because you would say, oh, well, TNA is not going to do this. They kind of have done this, but they are not going to let Ash lose the title at Bound for Glory. Surely not. She would have only held the title for 2 months at that point. And it is a bit weird because it's a heel gaining back the title sort of thing, which really should have been saved for a babyface, I think. But I think having Ash on that level and having her hold the belt and then having somebody come along and beat her in the next 6 months or whatever else it is a good idea. I think, again, I always think putting the title on heels is way more interesting and just way better in general. I want to always see, some, good baby faces in the chase for the title. I don't think seeing, just a generically good or medium sort of title reign from a babyface is all that interesting. You don't have very far to sort of take with that, so it's better to have it be shorter or to be, you know, screwed out of it in some way, shape or form. It is tough when there's like you have that problem of being like, well, there's no really great heels or there's no really great baby faces for them to go up against, but that's kind of what you need to do. You need to build these people into being, you know, that great or that credible, or feeling like, oh my god, you know, where's this going, or what's going on here, or, you know, what have you. So yeah, it really like raises a few questions as to what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it. I guess you're probably not going to be able to do it for like at least 6 months, in my opinion. Like, so we're talking like next year. Genesis or Hard to Kill or whatever it is at the start of the year, it could work, I guess. You could look for Rebellion maybe midway through the year or a bit into the year. Obviously, like, you don't want to have somebody reign too long, but you also don't want them to feel short-handed, which unfortunately is kind of what's happened here with JC, and maybe that's, again, through some other things that are going on with what WWE wants. They want her for NXT, or can't afford seemingly to send her to TNA or whatever else it is, or they've seen how good she is and have gone, you know what, we were wrong, you know what, let's give you a chance. And then it's like, oh well, you know, now we're going to take the belt off of you and we're going to move you up to the main roster. So it's like, oh yeah, well, we only gave you like that last month, but whatever, we don't care. Because it's very ADHD booking sometimes there, and they do things like on a whim or on, you know, whatever. Which is good sometimes, to be a little ears to the ground, or to be like, oh yeah, this person seems to have proved or whatever, or we think that they're ready now, or whatever it is. But yeah. Also, you need to make it feel like, oh, this just wasn't, you know, a split decision that we happened to have this night, or whatever it was, you know. But is it really good? I don't know, because again, it's like, it's still good storytelling to have it on somebody. I don't know, it's tough, because again, like there are other people that you could put it on, but it is like, well, maybe that like middle of the division where you got Danny Luna and Indy Hartwell and some of the other people that are kind of fighting to get to that upper scene needs more development. And as I said before, I feel like you really need to focus on individuals. You can still have like people that work together or tag together sometimes, but the tag team thing has kind of got to move to the background, because it's just too difficult to keep that many people tied up being in tag teams, I think, unless you're going to really fill out the division, or unless you're really going to have, you know, as many women as men, or as many teams as what is really needed to keep the division moving and alive and thriving and well. So, but we will have to wait and see. But yes, I wanted to just come on and have a quick discussion about this breaking news. And I know I'm a little bit late, but I was in a meeting, so yeah, I'm doing this as quickly as what I can and uploading it as quickly as I can. And I don't even have all my usual subscribe things, so do like and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I hope you will join me again in another one.